want some good time, and it's been too long, and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, the new sound has been found, and yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a...
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Willis going to throw it right away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Willis looking to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Adonai Mitchell, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's 10. Here we go. Left, right. Right.
To throw is Fields. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Here we go. Right.
Fields now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Willis, the last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
He'll get that underneath Etienne. He's across midfield. Now inside the 25. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Etienne. 62 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he's free at the 35. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Fields. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far. The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Cook, oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Willis. Staying up, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Now Willis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone, and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, second down.
Go, ready? Go.
Now it's Fields. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Excellent coverage there on the play from Cameron Curl. When you look at this Packers defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. Now Willis to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Here's Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. George Karlaftis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw, Willis. That one completes it again. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he completes it to Berrios. Down inside the 10. How did he stay on his feet? Touchdown, Indianapolis. Braxton Berrios, 45 yards. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. George Karlaftis able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. On 2nd and a long way to go. Willis. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Take it at the 37. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Got a man. It's Berrios complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He is putting on a show in this 2nd quarter, racking up the receiving yards as he has a 1st down.
Here we go. Right.
Back to throw. Fields. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Willis now off of play action. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
4th down, Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. George Karlaftis. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open man is Waddle, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Left side, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Okonkwo, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 4-point game. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Down the left sideline. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Willis. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Ed Oliver. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Colts are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So that a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. But all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
Fights off the defender. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second and a couple. Willis will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jalen Waddle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Willis looking to throw it. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down and a yard. Here's Willis. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. George Karlaftis able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Willis out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Let's go. Straight ahead, ETN. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Willis looks to pass it here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On now is the Packers punter. He's been terrific so far. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that ball popped free. We can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
From the 50, here's Fields. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Shotgun snap to Willis.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Willis to throw.
And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
Now it's Fields.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. That is caught.
And he's got some space here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here we go.
Here's Fields.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Quez Watkins.
44 yards.
And the Colts are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Willis. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
From the gun, here's Willis.
Buying time to his left.
Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
They start the drive with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. In motion goes the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try it too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
To throw, here's Willis. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go, Scott.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Chigakonkwo with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught out in the right flat.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Back to throw, Willis. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Willis. That's to the tight end, Laporta. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They go play action with Willis. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. George Karlaftis in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Willis. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Willis, gotta have this one. Throw left side complete. That's Mitchell. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
Don't jump. Ready?
Back to throw. Fields. That's to the right sideline. And it falls incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guy. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play action. Willis. Looking high its way once again. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now Willis. Flushed out right. That one complete to Leggett. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a 2nd and 2. Right back to the air again with Willis. He'll get that underneath ETN. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Willis out of the gun. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Willis looking to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Willis to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here's Willis. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. A very solid gain of 27. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go.
Fields now to throw.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Willis looks to pass it here. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.